Welcome, I'll be reacting to Space 1999, Year 2, Episode 5. It's called New Adam, New Eve, so I'm wondering if it has a similar plot to Testament of Arcadia. As always, this is not a market substitute. Please support the original.
There's something there.
We're losing people.
Turbulence decreasing.
Maybe it was a deep scan of some kind to figure out who they were from that planet. It's like a kaleidoscope. I used to play with those as a kid.
Who are you?
I am your creator.
What? Ooh, neat effect. And I love his outfit. All the drapery.
You look like an artist's rendition of the original article. I'll give you that.
Artists have their
Ooh.
insights.
Ooh, that is quite impressive. Oh my.
No, thank you.
Champagne?
Pure protein. One glassful is food for a month.
How many did you drink? 4?
One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
How many did you eat?
4.
Don't let Pippin near these.
They were down on their knees by now, or offering up a sacrificial goat.
We're a bit low on sacrificial goats.
However, one thing that does seem to have impressed you in
Koenig's sass in this scene is like off the charts. The sassometer is up here. I love it.
You've been a great disappointment to me. All those wars, your willful squandering of the natural resources of the planet I gave you.
You said you were going to help.
Beautiful, is it not, Commander?
We've learned to mistrust appearances.
What's the catch?
As scientific officer, naturally. The equally enchanting Dr. Russell.
Was it a deliberate choice to have Helena wear her blue jacket when he's wearing blue? I feel like there's some kind of a connection there. Maybe Year 2 costume designers weren't thinking it through that carefully. It's just the vibe I'm getting from the color coordination of this scene. What if this being gets angry and decides to just get rid of the entire planet and they're already down there? That could be awkward. It is beautiful. Great set design here.
You are my new Adams, my new Eves.
Oh. He just stole them.
Your future lies here.
We choose our own future.
I am your Lord and Creator.
And we believe in free will.
Whoever or whatever you are.
You know who I am. Do not diminish my respect for you.
Oh no, he's like a Q.
And to that end, I've decided that you, Helena, shall be Tony's mate, and you, Maya, shall be the commander.
Wait a
No.
minute. You've decided.
The boundary is very clearly defined by that line of rocks.
Oh, they're going to cross it.
Well, his food's not poisonous.
Well, that's something. What the?
Oh no. That's how he's
John.
planning it. That is evil. More creatures? Does he have a bunch of Gardens of Eden? Different groups in each one? Like a zoo? I love that she chose the creature from the Black Lagoon, basically. Maya got a pretty good scan. So what is he?
There's some kind of power source inside him. An organic source? No. It's an implant. It's a device. Which means its powers are physical, not psychic.
There are 4 of them. What if each of them attacked the force field separately on different sections, it would strain it all at the same time, right? Maybe one of them would get through.
Stay here.
Why? I think you should all stick together.
What does he want?
He wants the secret of creation. Mutants are the result of Magus's attempts to discover that secret.
So it is a laboratory. Why doesn't he come down here, though? Do some minerals in the caverns or the thickness of the walls somehow negate his abilities?
You call yourself a creator? You're a fraud and a liar.
Ooh. Someday, can they please run into some aliens who are actually good? Alpha just cannot catch a break here. He leaves whenever the sun goes down. Why?
Because for some reason he can't stand the dark.
Superman, afraid of the dark.
Now think about it. Last night he left before it got dark. He won't go in the caves.
That could be a light decelerator. Unlimited personal power.
But only with light.
Hurry it up, make us will be here in a minute.
Chorus, a trap.
Got it?
Make it dark.
The total blackout. It's black as pitch.
Yes. This won't work if he checks for traps.
Those are our conditions, and that is our ultimatum.
As always, the arrogance of your species astounds me.
Quick! Quick! They better get an eagle down there fast. That looks like a really fun day on the model set. Oh no! Hurry! That was way too close. I think this is the first Year 2 episode that actually had some thought-provoking content to it. We went from super campy to suddenly comparative theology. I'm here for it. It's always the age-old question, is God simply a superior being? Does God have a God? In other words, is there somewhere out there an ultimate creator? Are there gods under the other gods, kind of? Multi-tiered? Even within Christianity, there is debate on this matter because he's not the God of gods unless there are other gods to be God over. So are we saying that there are other gods? Some of the early theology seems to indicate yes. But later on, Christianity became primarily monotheistic, as in one God, everything else is false. And this is just talking about one religion. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of different religions on Earth alone. Imagine adding in other planets. You'd end up with millions of different types. So it brings us back to this person here who is a magician, capable of apparently some sort of light-based energy magic, claiming to be a creator when in fact that's the one thing he can't really do. Maya here is propounding that there is some sort of intelligent design. We just call it different names. Like the religions on Earth are probably talking about some sort of being. Most religions are like, we're the one. If you don't believe in us, oh well. I always liked in C.S. Lewis's The Last Battle, which has kind of become my favorite of the Narnia books. There is a creature called Tosh and another one called Aslan. Throughout the Narnia series, if you've seen Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the movie, you'll remember the big lion, that's Aslan. Obviously, we're coming in from the perspective of the Narnians, so he's the good guy, and Tosh is the bad one. In The Last Battle, we get to see a character who grew up worshipping Tosh, loving and respecting him, and Aslan was the bad one. He dies, basically. And this young man comes through and he sees Aslan and he goes, "What have I done? I have worshipped Tosh my whole life. I've loved him. I feel so bad that I wasn't worshipping you. And Aslan basically tells him, my son, it doesn't matter. You were worshipping all that was good. And that's what I represent. So even though you called me by a different name, it doesn't matter. If you look at me and you love me, you were worshipping me all this time. Obviously, this is an overgeneralization, but I kind of agree with Maya a little bit of if you are a loving, kind person who is respecting a God for those reasons, to the benefit of others, out of a sense of love, it doesn't matter what the name is. Whoever that ultimate creator is, I think will recognize that and say, yeah, all along, it was me. You know, if we die and whatever happens, happens, we don't really know. But when it does, I have to believe that the being on the other side is able to look at me, at other people, the same way that Aslan did and said, hey, you did your best with what you knew. You're only human, basically. And anyone out there who is atheist and is like, no, there's no intelligent design, there's no God, I don't believe in any of that, you're genuinely becoming a good person because out of the depths of your heart, that's who you are. Was this episode a little bit melodramatic? Yes. But I think for me, it raised a lot of interesting points, made me think about this. The nature of religion has always been an intriguing topic to me. I guess Maya and I have that in common as our hobby. What do you do? Oh, I collect rocks. I knit. I look at different gods. I'm very curious to see what you think of this episode and some of the points that were brought up by it. I think this was the closest to a year one episode that I've seen so far from year two. It is a definite contrast from last week. I like this one a lot better.